How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, I want to talk about Terence Crawford, possibly um, being lined up with Gervonta Tank Davis, or should I say Gervonta Tank Davis having Terence Crawford. Um, in his scope, shall he say. Um, if you guys don't know, Gervonta Tank Davis um, currently fights at 135 pounds. He's fought at 130 pounds and won titles at 130, 135, and 140. Um, but he's saying that, his fight versus Ryan, I believe, might be at 140. Well, I believe it is at 140, and I guess he's seeing 147, not too far from that, is what he's saying, and he's pretty much saying that he said that he, and I don't want to misquote him, but he said something along the lines of you know, wants to fight Terence Crawford, and he said he wants to get his bleep out of there. And so what he means by that is Terence Crawford, and he's pretty much saying that if you guys didn't hear, Gervonta Davis is picking Earl Spence to punish Terence Crawford. He said he already knows who's gonna win and stuff like that. So it's like if you already know, the outcome, he's feeling like he wants to take a crack at him too. And he feels like Earl Spence can beat him. He feels like he can beat him. He feels like Gervonta Tank Davis must feel like his skills are up there with Earl Spence's because, you know, Earl Spence is an exceptional talent. Tank Davis is an exceptional talent, but so is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's name's getting thrown around like he ain't good too. Terence Crawford is really good. Terence Crawford is a A-class fighter, one of the best fighters in the entire world. On my top five pound for pound fighters in the entire world, um, Terence Crawford's on that list. Um, and you know, at the top level, you guys got to understand that it can get it can get a little hazy. It can get a little rough out there. Your competition is gonna go up. You got people saying that Terence Crawford ain't fighting nobody. You got people saying that Gervonta Tank Davis ain't fighting nobody. So to be honest with you, I just want to see the best fight the best, and I want to see Terence Crawford fight some guys in his weight class. I don't really want to see Terence Crawford fight Gervonta Tank Davis, even though Gervonta Tank Davis is the one that saying that he could see himself fighting Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's really not you know clamoring for that fight because he knows Gervonta Davis is a smaller weight division. Um, but just because he's in a smaller weight division, you guys, doesn't mean that he's just because he's in a smaller weight division doesn't mean that he doesn't pack a big punch. You know, Gervonta Tank Davis is a big puncher. No matter, I feel like his power his power has to carry. I mean, he knocked out Barrios at 140, and Thurman fought Barrios at 147, and Thurman couldn't even knock out Barrios. And Thurman's supposed to be a devastating power puncher. But Tank knocked him out, hurt him bad, stopped him completely, took him to the deep end and drowned him. So it's like, yo, when you dealing with that type of shark and Tank Davis, you gotta give him credit for even calling out for Tank Davis to even call out, Terence Crawford and mean it. And mean that shit. I know he says it, and I know a lot of you guys probably don't take that, like what he's saying, and like this fight actually really happening. But Gervonta Davis is really means what he says. I know he meant what he said about that because every time he's talked about Crawford, he's talked about Crawford, in a way that, you know, is pretty much like, he has a point to get across, like, Terence Crawford pretty much, he feels like he can beat Terence Crawford. He's better than Terence Crawford. And so, he wants to show the world, look, I can fight a 147 pounder and beat him. Now will his managers and promoters and stuff let him fight a guy like Terence Crawford? I highly doubt it. But will Gervonta Davis fight him as a fighter? I think he would. I really do. I really do. I really think he would. And I think he thinks in his ability so much that he thinks he can definitely beat him, you know. But Terence Crawford's got other fish to fry, and he's looking to fry the big fish, so they say. And Earl the True Spence Jr., another undefeated fighter at welterweight. Um, I know Earl Spence has got to be like, dude, I want to move up to 154. But then when you go up to 154, then it's a whole nother situation going on up there. So look, I'm gonna end it with that, man. This is Corey Lee Boxing, and just let me know, you guys, in the comment section, what you guys think. Do you guys think that the Tank Davis versus Terence Crawford matchup would even be, a good matchup? I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section. Please smash that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.